Green Lantern is one of the most famous superheroes on the planet and one of the founders of the Justice League. Real name Hal Jordan, he is one of the many members of the Green Lantern Corps of Willpower, but we'll get to that in another episode. Now let's not waste any time and get straight into the video. Like most superheroes in general, Hal had a bit of a rough time as a child. When he was still young, his father had died while saving an entire Air Force base. Hal and his family were devastated by the news. His family were having mixed feelings about all of it, but Hal decided to follow his father's legacy. He eventually graduated school and then became a pilot for the U.S. Air Force, which led him right back to the base that his father saved and died at. One day, at a routine training protocol, he ignored all directions and just flew around however he wanted. This then landed him a demotion. He was then, from now on, a mechanic for the plane instead of actually piloting them. This did not deter him, as he still did a lot of dangerous and epic stuff, even though he was often terrified and scared of a lot of the things that he did. Plane flying and plane tuning. Reason why he was scared is because he knew a lot of the stuff would get him killed, but he didn't care. He wanted to it, so he did it. This would turn out in his favor, as he was then granted one of the most powerful objects in the world, the Green Lantern ring. It sent something inside him, and that something was willpower. The ring then transported him to a crash site. The crash site was caused by Abin Sur. Abin Sur was transporting Atrocitus to find Black Hand, but Atrocitus broke free and horribly wounded Abin Sur. After the ship crashed, the ring immediately attempted to find a new replacement for Abin, as he would likely not survive for much longer. The ring eventually crossed paths with Hal and found him worthy, quotation mark, of the ring's power. Abin explained to Hal that the ring was the most powerful weapon of the universe, and he must destroy all evil in the world using it. Abin then asked if he accepted the challenge. Hal didn't have much of a clue of what was happening, but he accepted anyway, as he wasn't afraid of what the future had in store. He was then trained in how to use the ring properly by Kilowog, and befriended Abin Sur's student, Sinestro. Him and Hal then returned to Earth to search for Abin Sur's killer, but it turned out Atrocitus had made a new superweapon which he attempted to kill Black Hand with it, but was stopped by Hal and Sinestro. Later, when Hal had discovered that Sinestro had practically enslaved his home world, the Guardians later banished him for abusing his powers of the ring. He would then later return as the leader of the Yellow Lantern Corps of Fear. But more on that next time we cover Green Lantern Corps. Hal would then later to go become a member of and founder of the Justice League and became one of, if not the most greatest Green Lanterns to ever live.